Hey guys. Oh, alright. So how you guys doing today? Yes, I'm on camera. I want to let you guys know I have about 40 minutes, max 45. So I'm not going to be reading chat too much because I got to say what I got to say. So, and I have a lot to say. So first let me say welcome everyone. What's up? Members, Patreons, mods, subs. Welcome, Sepsis. I have my retainer in, so I may sound like I have a lisp, but here we go. I have thought really hard about how to address all this and how I was going to present it. And okay, so here we go. First, let me say that there have been a lot of rumors that are completely fabricated. One of them being, I totally support what Zav did. At no point in the last week have I ever given an opinion of what I support and what I don't support. Not once. But everyone wants to run with what they think. But I'll tell you what I do support and why I support ZavGirl, but not for what she did. I was talking to somebody last night, and I agree with what they said, that she should give an apology. And originally I'm like, no. But after this person made me realize the other side of it, I thought, you know what? Yeah, I think they're right. So I get it. So that view of mine has changed, that she should give an apology. Why people are counting her subs and the ones she lost tells me it's jealousy. They want, it's one of the, and I don't know who it is. I never got names. I just heard that people are counting how many subs she has lost, which personally I think is vile. And to be happy at someone else's loss, I find absolutely vile and disgusting. Doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if you are on top of the world or, you know, have 5 subs to begin with. Anybody that finds pleasure in another person's downfall is a sick motherfucker and really should reevaluate their way of thinking. Now, are there exceptions to that? Absolutely. Larry Nassar should have been fucking killed in prison. There are exceptions, but ZavGirl is not one of them. YouTube is not one of them. Nobody on YouTube is one of them. Again, anyone that finds pleasure in another person's sadness, in another person's downfall, in another person's, what's the word I'm looking for? In another person's situation, whatever. That's a problem. And that's not the target's problem. That's your problem. That's your jealousy, your envy, your whatever it may be, your mental illness, whatever. I've also heard, which I want to clear up, a lot of people say, oh, well, we all have mental illness. I'm sorry, I don't. People can say whatever they want. I really don't have mental illness. There's nothing wrong with me mentally, other than ADHD, but I don't consider that a mental illness the way some of these other people do. So I want to put that out there. But going back to what I was saying, everybody has made mistakes on YouTube. Everybody has made mistakes in their life. But not all of us, I have as a matter of fact, but not all of us get a public lynching for a mistake that we made. For example, ZavGirl is being blamed for everything. Natasha Cooper is not. I see Natasha Cooper's friends say absolutely nothing about Natasha Cooper. At least ZavGirl, now let me also state, and I know this for a fact, ZavGirl's on vacation. So everybody thinks she's hiding. She's not hiding. She's not around. So I don't know if she has her computer. I don't know. But the point is, she's not hiding. She's literally on vacation. And if all this shit was going on, I wouldn't look at it either. I would not ruin my vacation for YouTube bullshit, even if it's bad, or especially if it's bad. So I do not blame her for not looking at a phone, not answering anyone, nothing. I totally don't blame her. But what we also don't know is her breaking point. And I hope that her girlfriend or whoever she's with keeps her away from the internet and everything that's going on, and let her enjoy her vacation. All this stuff will be here when she gets back. So I'm hoping that her girlfriend is, protecting her basically from, online. Because I know I would. I mean, I'd be like, nope, shut off your computer, shut off your phone, you don't need to see any of it. It'll all be there next week. So that's what I'm hoping she's doing. I didn't want to lose train of thought. Okay, so everyone has made a mistake. Everyone has, fucked up, done something they shouldn't have done. But the reason why this is selective outrage, because 10 to Life did the same thing and nobody said a word. Not one word. 10 to Life has had autopsy pictures in her Patreon behind a paywall and nobody says a word. Why? How come none of these people care when 10 to Life does it? But when ZavGirl does it, it's a whole nother story. Make it make sense. So that's the first point. Second point I want to make. ZavGirl is not the one that made this public. ZavGirl is not the one, and this is why I stand behind her. She is not the one that put this link all over the place. She is not the one that put this link in Facebook groups. She did not tell anybody or misconstrue or mislead anybody by saying, hey, you know what? I have the autopsy photos, and if you want to see it, you have to pay for it. How this got twisted into that, I will never, ever understand. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do. Because the drama people felt that it was their place to lie, to make up shit, and it just snowballed from there. I'm sure these people never told Brian Enton that she was on vacation and may not have access to her phone, and that's why she didn't get back to him or call him back. I'm sure that they didn't do that. Why he didn't want to reach out to Natasha Cooper, who knows? But he didn't. It was all on Zav. And it didn't matter that Natasha Cooper stole the shit from Zav and took her links, because it was actually Natasha that was selling the pictures, from what I understand, not ZavGirl. As a creator in true crime, zero drama. She is, whether you like Zav or not, she's still zero drama. She was doxxed in Twitter. For what reason? I have no idea, but it was never removed. And I don't understand that either. I don't. And I had showed Tyler, I was like, this is fucked up. This is wrong on every single level. This is wrong. So Brian Enton's thread, he never removed it. Why? I don't know, but he didn't. So Brian Enton allowed her docs on Twitter, which is absolutely disgusting to me. But it's, as far as I know, it's still there. Nobody's removed it. And the one question I have for like Brian Enton is, if you don't have cable, meaning if you're not paying for cable, you can't watch Banfield. You can't watch News Nation. So please tell me the fucking difference of somebody, of a creator who makes a living on YouTube. I'm not going to say we're journalists by any stretch of the imagination, so don't worry. But what makes it any different if a creator makes a living on YouTube as a reporter, journalist, whatever you want to call it, YouTuber, fucking exhibitionist, who cares? But they're making a living on YouTube, which means they have sponsors. Sponsors are members and Patreons. Without members and Patreons, we do not have channels. Because remember, they're still subs. Subs are still sponsors. But paying sponsors are Patreons and members. And without them, our channels can't run. Without them, we don't have that support. That is no different than commercials on a news media. That is no different than commercials being ran, or that you have to have a paying service in order to watch News Nation. Do they sometimes, take clips and then they'll post it for free? Yes, they do. And that is no different than being on YouTube and giving a show like this for free, where you don't have to pay for it. So what ZAVGirl did is absolutely no different than what News Nation does. And why so many people don't see this, I have no idea. Because I think I've said it more than once. So it blows my mind that someone like Brian Enton and all these TV stations want to say that she was, putting autopsy photos and she was selling them, which is the headlines. And I guess that, to them, that's a good headline that, will break news and it'll get views. I get it. Because even if you don't pay for News Nation, it's still being played. And if 200,000 people see it, guess what? News Nation still gets paid. And then they can pay Brian Enton and Banfield and everywhere else. Because without us paying for cable subscriptions, News Nation could not run. So this is why I don't grasp the concept that everyone talks about being behind a paywall. Because I can't watch Netflix without paying for it. I can't watch something even on YouTube that's free without commercials. Why? Because commercials pay for it. What makes it any different for a YouTuber? It does not. YouTube runs ads so they can pay their employees. Google runs ads so they can pay their employees. I know Google and YouTube are the same, but everybody runs ads or has different ways that they make to pay their employees. Now, Zav is her only employer, as far as I know. So everything that goes into her channel or goes out of her channel goes into her pocket. And this goes with any YouTuber, unless you're partnered up with someone. So, this whole fake outrage about, oh, it was behind a paywall. No, it's not. Patreon is her commercials. That's it. That's how I look at it. Patreon is your sponsors. Patreon is your highest level sponsor. Even if they're, at the beginner level. She was not charging $20 like Natasha Cooper. She was not charging anything that wasn't affordable. And she said, if you want to see these pictures, if you want to see the autopsy or what I put together for the autopsy, then that is wonderful. Here's the link. This is what you have to do. She did not force it on anybody. She did not, but again, she didn't put it in Facebook groups or anything. If you did not want to see it, then don't join a Patreon. It's that simple. I didn't. Why? I didn't have any desire to see it. So I thought nothing of it. The same way when 10 to Life had autopsy pictures, wasn't a case I was interested in. I had no desire to see it. But this snowballed to the point that it became like it went so far out there that there was no bringing it back. And then other people started to pick it up. So in case Brian Etten missed it, let me explain this. ZAVGirl did not put anything behind a paywall. What she did do is take hours to create a video that matched up, I guess, the photos with the coroner, I guess from court. I didn't watch it, so I'm guessing. If anyone can, if I'm not right, someone correct me. But from what I understood from her is that she took the coroner's voice or something, maybe from trial, I don't know, and put it together with the pictures, made a video about it. I don't know if she spoke, well, yeah, because people were saying she did speak in the video, but put it together in this video. It took her hours to do. She didn't have to do it. I don't think Natasha did that. She put it all together with a, red ribbon, tied it, put it in a bow, and said, okay, this is what I'm putting behind a paywall. This, if you want to see my hard work and how I put all this together, this is what is in Patreon. I don't know why people can't understand that. She has explained this, but for some reason, the drama community went on and on and on and on and on. And, okay, the video matched the trial. That's what I thought. Trial testimony, so the pics were there like it would have been in court. Thank you. Because like I said, I didn't see it, but from what I heard from her, it kind of sounded like that when she was saying she matched up, and I don't think she spoke to the coroner personally. So that's what I was assuming. It was kind of like she recreated what happened in court. And that takes time. I don't know if any of you guys edit videos, but editing videos takes a lot of time. So people ask me, like, how can I stand behind this and blah, blah, blah. So again, I have never given my opinion on what part I stand behind. I do stand behind Zav, but more importantly, I stand behind my true crime community. I stand behind the fact that true crime is rough. I stand behind the fact that murders are disgusting and ugly and horrific and bloody and disgusting. And I stand behind that. And most importantly, though, I stand behind my freedom of speech and my freedom of creation. And that is what's got lost in this entire fucking nightmare. Everybody has a right to FOIA files. And if they come with disgusting pictures, then so be it. Don't look at it if you don't want to see it. It is not ZAVGirl's fault that nobody told the courts to close it. It's not ZAVGirl's fault that two fucking morons or a bunch of morons took her link and put it in Facebook groups with over 100,000 people. That's not Zav's fault. Zav did not do that. So this public lynching on Zav is vile. Vile. It's wrong. I do not stand by it. I think it is absolutely fucking disgusting. And I also think it's fake. And the reason why I say it's fake, there have been multiple people that I have heard that use the excuse that they only looked at it so they can report it. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit I have ever heard in my entire fucking life. And anybody that buys that, you are dumber than the person speaking it. Nobody needed to look at anything to report it. Like, I've heard this from numerous people, not one or two, numerous people use the same fucking lame excuse. So let me also say, ZAVGirl did not do this like with a vengeance like Natasha did. Okay? Natasha is the one that put it behind a $20 paywall, didn't do anything with it, didn't, line up anything, did nothing like that. That's a big difference. But yet, and she hasn't said one word. At least ZAVGirl has tried to make it right. And before she left for vacation. Which is more than Natasha's done. But ZAVGirl's still getting all the heat. One of my mods and one of my Patreons wrote something today that I could not do better myself. I couldn't have said it any better. So I'm going to read to you what she wrote, because personally, I think it's awesome. Okay. And if she wants to stay who she is, she can. This is my stance. We are in the true crime community. I really don't understand the outrage. I'm surprised how many in this community haven't seen several autopsies, let alone not a one. I understand that it's not for everyone. Actually, probably not for most. True crime is ugly. It's heartbreaking. It's vile and it's evil. That's what we signed up for in a true crime community. I think it's fake outrage that has turned into nothing but a hate mob. If you don't like that someone can FOIA, work on changing that law, but be careful. Now you're messing with freedom of speech and transparency in our courts. And I absolutely agree with that. And it was Crystal. I know Miss Fletcher, and I think it's disgusting. Yep, exactly right, Smile Now. Drama community isn't worried about Zav apologizing. Like you said in the beginning, they love you. They love to see people's downfall. It's exactly right. Jessica, that's not ZavGirl's fault, and I'll tell you why. Anybody could have got the FOIA request. How come we're not looking at all the people that are making money off of this and their fake outrage? How come we're not condemning people that have made this global? It didn't have to be global. It didn't have to go past YouTube. You could have had your say and said it on YouTube. If you didn't like what she did, call it out privately. Call it out on YouTube. But what I am going to tell you is not one of these people with this fake outrage thought about the family. Not one of these people thought anything other than content. Not one of them thought, maybe by me tagging this in my video, it's going to go bigger. That's not what I want. I'm not trying to hurt the family. But every single one of them could care less about the family. It was all about growing their channel. It was all about, making money off of this situation. That's what this was about. And if anybody can't see that, then I truly feel sorry for you, because it's written right on the wall. It's so blatantly obvious. All these fake outrage, but had to look at it because they needed to see what it really was. From what I understood from a couple of people, there are 0 naked photos of Gannon. That's what I was told. I heard that from this side. I heard it from that side. So I don't know where all of this comes from. But what I am dead set against, is the fact that people think that this is just one instance. Not to sound like a preacher, but you are now infringing on people's rights. You are infringing on freedom of speech. You are infringing on creativity of a creator. And I guess you just don't care. You are hurting the families by making this global, by making this into a mountain when it was just a little tiny bean. It could have stayed a little bean. How about we blame these pieces of shit drama people that have nothing better to do but take those links and blast them everywhere? Blast them everywhere. Why? Why are we looking to hurt the families even more? And then they try to take credit for it on Twitter. Why? Why? What's your agenda? Is your agenda with this? Certainly isn't protecting the family. That's for sure. That's more than obvious. There is no protection of the family when shit like this happens. This has snowballed. I don't even see people correcting titles that say, oh, well, ZavGirl made money. She, sold autopsy pictures in her Patreon. That couldn't be further from the truth. Now, again, I can't speak for Natasha, but I can speak for ZAVGirl. And this whole thing has gotten so fucking out of control. There is no coming back. But not for Zav. She definitely will come back. Exactly, Kumi. Zav had permission to obtain them. Nobody tried to do it illegally except Natasha, because she stole them from ZAVGirl and then charged for them. Just trying to take money away from ZAVGirl instead of doing the right thing. Okay, you want to see them, you can see them here at ZAVGirl. No, that's not what they're doing. And again, I've heard people say that I'm doing this for subs. I've lost subs over this, and you know what? Sayonara. I'm totally okay with it. You want to know why? Because unlike everyone else, and I've seen it everywhere, I think I might be the only creator that's actually standing up for ZAVGirl. While all the others are fooling all their subs, all the others are with this fake outrage, but they looked at the pictures, but they did this, but they did that. It's fucking bullshit. And you know what? I'll be the only one to stand here. And I will stand fucking strong and proud. End of story. Because everybody else is too and I said this to someone last night. Am I the only person that is sticking up for Zav? Every other creator is keeping their mouth shut because they're afraid of losing subs? Fuck that. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. It's called integrity. More people fucking need some. And again, I have never given an opinion on what I think is right or wrong, and I'll explain that. My opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the fuck I think. It's not my channel. Honestly, it's not my channel. It's not my circus. It's not my monkey. But you know what it is? I'm taking a stand for the entire true crime community. And I'm sorry that so many others will not. 10 to Life, you need to stand up and stick up for ZAVGirl because you've done this. You've put autopsy pictures behind a paywall. Why aren't you saying anything? Like, it blows my mind that I'm literally the only fucking person standing up for her. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The truth is too. You know, and again, I'm not saying that I agree with her or disagree with what she did. It's not my channel. It doesn't matter what my opinion is. My opinion is pointless. Like, I'm just a fellow creator. It doesn't matter what I think is right or wrong. I didn't watch them. I didn't look at them. I didn't see them. I didn't tell anyone to go look at them. So that kind of leaves where my opinion is. Like, I let people, you know, make their own decision. Is what right? I did pick a side, dumbass. I'm sorry, you're too dumb to see it. Go back to Queen Bee. Bye-bye. See ya. Bye. Exactly. I'm not here preaching for ZAVGirl or not ZAVGirl, or what she did is right or what she did is wrong. I have yet to state an opinion on that. And I'll say it again for those in the back. My opinion does not matter. It doesn't. What I think of the situation does not matter. I am just a fellow creator. But I am standing up for the entire fucking YouTube community and the true crime community and the ability to get FOIA requests. And the biggest thing I'm sticking up for is the drama community can stay the fuck out of true crime. We're not like Pretty Little Housewives. The real true crime community isn't Pretty Little Housewives that get bored and are into watching podcasts and true crime. That's not the true crime community. The true crime community is fucking hardcore. And I'm sorry that the drama community are a bunch of, you know, housewives that just like true crime. They like to watch TV. They think, you know, CSI is real. They think that Law and Order is how it all goes down. And you see this over and over and over. These are the same people that are sitting on panel saying, well, why aren't they in court yet? Why isn't there justice after 2 weeks? Why don't the police have answers after a week? Because it's not fucking TV. That's not true crime. True crime takes long time. True crime is digging and understanding and researching. It's not fluffy. And all of these drama people are fluffy true crimers. You're not true crimers. You're bored housewives that watch true crime. That's why you don't know autopsies. You don't know the hardcore. You don't get desensitized. You can't look at, something and say, okay, that's it. That's, now I understand. If you can't do that and you don't do that, or you don't search autopsies online, or you don't want to see someone dead, then you're not into true crime. So get the fuck out of our community and let us do our thing. And I truly, truly mean that. Let us do our investigations. Let us do our fucking speculation. Let us do whatever we got to do. If you don't like it, then don't fucking watch us. It's that simple. Yeah, it's not Law and Order. She didn't run and put it up paywall and then put those documents behind it. Didn't she just? Yes. That is correct, Smile Now. And as a creator, we have a right to do that. We have a right to put things behind paywalls. Thank you, Crystal. Hey, McKenna, I don't think I said hi to you. Twan, I wouldn't want to see pics on a case, especially not a child. However, I'd like to look at Idaho 4 at the crime scene, only to see and look for clues at the room up. But that's, Kumi, that is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Dr. G, exactly. Let's hope they don't fall by Dr. G, medical examiner. That's on HBO. That's on TV, exactly. And again, if you don't want to see it, then don't look at it. If I tell you that I'm showing photographs of the West Memphis 3, and I'm showing their autopsy photos in Patreon, they're minors. How come nobody's made a fuss about that? Their autopsy pictures are out there. Nobody says a word. Why? They're minors. And Yarn, I understand. And that's what I'm saying. I understand. Doesn't matter. That's not the point. Again, let me reiterate. I thought I've said it enough, but let me say it again. I am not giving an opinion on whether I think it's right or wrong. Would I do it here? No. Did I look at the pictures? No. Did I send people to look at the pictures? No. So that gives you an idea of where I stand personally. But no matter how I stand personally has nothing to do with what someone else does on their channel. I do not agree with exploitation that I see go on other channels. But those channels have 700-800 people in there. I do not agree with the lies that Lana tells, or Drunk Turkey tells, or these fake ass people that they have on their channels. But guess what? I don't sit there and go after them every single day. I don't try lynch mobs about them. I may mention them from time to time, but as an adult, I just don't go to their channels. I don't listen to the rhetoric that comes out of their mouths. I don't listen to the bullshit that comes out of their mouths. That's the difference. If I don't agree with that someone is doing something, then I won't go to their channel. I won't watch them. If I don't, there were certain things that ZavGirl did with Kylie that just, I was a member of hers for a while. A lot of things spiraled, and I was like, yeah, no, I can't. I didn't agree with it. But then I stopped going to her channel because of it. Then all this shit. But I didn't stop talking to her, I didn't get into all of the conspiracies and all of the what ifs and maybes. That's my personal choice. And that's why I don't go to her channel much, because of that reason. And that's why I'm saying, like, my personal opinion doesn't mean anything. And again, I go back to, just because I don't like something, ZAVGirl has over 90,000 subs. I have 21. So obviously more people like what she's doing than what I'm doing. So who am I to judge what she does when she has 90,000 subs and I only have 21? And she's grown like 40,000 subs since Kylie Rodney ended. Because when I stopped going to her channel, I think she had like 60, maybe 70, but she still has grown 20,000. So she has grown in the last couple 9 months more than I have in my entire channel in 4 years. So obviously my opinion of what I do is not for the masses, because she is obviously doing the right thing and I'm not. So who the fuck am I to give my opinion when she's obviously doing something right all of this time? And that's what I can't get people to realize. You may not agree with her opinion, and everyone makes a mistake. Everyone fucks up. But again, overall, she's got quadruple the amount of subs than any of us. Than some of these people that are fake outrage combined. Literally. She's got more subs than all of us combined. So most of the fake outrage will never even dream of getting to 90,000 subs. Half of them won't even ever dream of getting to 20. So I say that, again, you can have your opinion, and your opinion could be right for you. But that it doesn't mean your opinion is right for everybody. And that is the exact reason I will not give my own opinion on this. Because, again, she's done much better than me. So she's doing something that I'm not. JLR has quadrupled me and has been on half the amount of time. Lana, quadruple. Drunk Turkey, quadruple. Dolly, quadruple. I don't agree with almost any of them. Dolly's funny, though. But I don't agree with almost any of them in the way they cover true crime. But obviously the masses do, because they're 10 times ahead of where I am. So obviously what I'm doing is wrong. What I'm doing isn't the right thing. What they're all doing is the right thing for the masses. So that is the main reason I will not give my opinion. So Ryan Upchurch only took a small, only did a small part of her subs. Everyone thinks she got like 1 million subs. No. When she met Ryan, she had 55. When Kylie left, she had 20,000 more. She went from like 50 to 70. That's not earth-shattering. Everyone thinks like her whole channel was built on Ryan. It was not at all. John, that's your opinion. But again, she's doing something right. Like I said, in the last 9 months, she's gained as many subs as I have in 4 years. So she's doing something right. And I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? But I got to sum this up. But my whole point in today was, I don't want to lose the ability to be able to order an FOIA request. I don't want to lose the ability that I have to be afraid of putting something in Patreon because I'm going to get an earful. I don't want to be afraid of losing my freedom as a true crime creator. You'll never hear me say I'm a journalist. But as a true crime reporter, true crime investigator on YouTube, YouTube investigator, YouTube detective, YouTube criminologist, YouTube CSI, all the things rolled up into one. YouTube lawyer. I don't want to lose my ability to do that. And all of this fake outrage can definitely cause that. So again, drama community, stay on your side of the fence. Don't worry about what goes on true crime. And if you are going to worry about it, then make sure that you are sincere and not this fake outrage. Because again, this is a money-making fake outrage from fake people who are jealous and envious of people that are way better than them for whatever reason. So there's that. Thank you, Yarn. Steph started with the Watts case. There you go. And she's got, I started with the Watts, well, no, I started making a murderer. I was here longer than Zav. And she's got almost 100,000 subs, and I have 20. What does that tell you? She's doing something right, and I'm not. So whatever you're doing, whatever she's doing, it's working. Just like Lana, just like Drunk Turkey, just like JLR, even Betty has surpassed me. How scary is that? And all the things that people want to say are so horrible. So there's one thing that I do totally differently than them. I don't run with the masses. I don't, lie to my audience. And I actually appreciate my audience and read their chat. Don't have to give me a super chat for it. I engage with my audience better than most. And unfortunately, it's gone against me. It's hurt me. Because all these other creators don't do anything like that, and their way surpassed me. So, they cause chaos. I agree. No answers? What do you mean? Laura, no friends with nobody? Can you speak English? Nobody in my chat needs to speak like Laura, no friends with nobody. Like, if you can't speak English, then you need to go over to the channels that can entertain that. I can sleep at night. You're 100% right. Yeah, E&E, there are other channels out there that don't have high school diplomas, let alone college degrees, that actually don't know how to speak proper English. That's where you belong. Like, I can't deal with people that speak like that. It drives me nuts. I know. Well, Little Pump sells more than a Little Peep. I really don't think that makes him more valid. I agree with you. But I'm just saying, that's what all these channels do. They fluff, they fluff, they fluff, they lie, they bullshit, anything for views. I see it all over the place. Flora Gal, she will. It just sucks that this happened when she went on vacation. That's the hard part. That it literally happened the day she left. But I told someone last night, she should just come back and just go about her business. That's it. Thank you, sweetie pie. No, I'm not true crime. I am a case discussion channel. And I've made that clear many of times. That I'm not a true crime. ZAVGirl is true crime, though. So maybe let me state that. I'm not a true crime channel. I am a case I discuss cases. ZAVGirl is a true crime channel. That's what I meant. Working in a cemetery gave me compassion for grieving families that I cannot explain. People have become so selfish with their choices, not thought of others, not thought through, short-sighted. And I agree with you. But everyone is blaming Zav for that when there's a million channels that are worse. To me, getting this on the news and making this global is 10 times worse for the family. 10 times worse. Crime Beauty, you are dumb then. You need to re-listen to what I said. I can't say it enough. I literally cannot say it enough. But anybody that is going to come in here and say, how can you support ZAVGirl, is mind-blowing. You either have to be the dumbest human being alive, or you're just running your mouth just to run your mouth and didn't hear a word that I said. So you might want to rewind and hear what I actually said. Otherwise, you're just an idiot. And I got nothing for you. So you can unsub. Bye-bye. She hasn't. 10 to Life did it. And nobody said a word. Nobody said one word when it was 10 to Life. Not one word. Crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I have just spent 45 minutes completely explaining what I support and what I don't support. And yet, you still got people to come in here. You still got people coming in here like complete idiots with stuff that I never even said. It's fucking mind-blowing. But Crime Beauty, I bet you're one of the people that hang out in other places where they actually looked at the photos and then try to convince you that they only looked at it because they needed to see what it was. I bet you believe that bullshit. You remind me of the type of person that would believe that. Exactly, banging head against the wall. Yeah, right, Squirrel? So, but I do have to get out of here. I got to take Phoenix to the doctor. I'll see you beautiful people tonight. I just didn't want this stirring in me for hours, you know, while I wasn't live. So, but I'll see you guys tonight. And that's it. All right. I'll see you guys later. I hope everyone listens to what I'm saying. Be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. Public outlash like this does not help the family. Everybody, this whole thing is having a completely negative effect on the family. And I really wish more people would see that. The pics are on the web, ex-court stream, so I don't know why so many people losing their minds. Fake outrage, that's why. That's why. It's fake outrage. Would I look at the pictures? No. Did ZavGirl do anything illegal? No. She put them behind a paywall. But that's the thing. She really didn't put them behind a paywall. She put her video behind a paywall. Was she supposed to just give them everywhere for free? Well, look what happened when it did go out there for free. So if people can't see that, I don't know. But again, 90% of the people that are crying about this, you know, the family and all looked at the pictures. So they can have a seat and shut the fuck up. So with that said, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Phoenix, let's go.